Good day, guys and gals. I'm bloody tired. I am, yeah, not in a good way today. I slept like death, I guess would be the best way to put it, and now I'm here. And I still haven't woken up, so life is good. Life is good. That said, as I said late yesterday, the boss spanked me pretty well, so we're gonna have to go and do some shrine work. Because I need to get some levels. Speaking of levels, I remember that I wanted to change Blan's gems so she could gather up some it's growth. And that gives me like a whole bunch of XP or something. I think. I hope. I'm not actually 100% sure, but because the couple of times that I was doing it, I was like putting them in individually, so that's the first time I've ordered them, so we'll see what happens. Either way, we'll see how we go. So we're just going to sit here and run through some of these side quests and do all this. The combat specialized form of vert. So we probably won't be having too much story today. I mean, there's no story left. It's just the end boss fight. Might need some stamina regen on this. That's odd. That's an AoE attack? Weird. So, yeah, this probably won't be the most exciting stream I've ever done in my life. Not that any of my streams are all superiorly amazing. Because I like being on pretty chips, but that's all. The grind is real and balls even, but that's alright. Probably why I don't really play MMOs anymore. Too many MMOs these days insist on the grind. I might even change up my skills on Blan, because it's pretty obvious that at the very least I have 2 radius skills. And I don't need 2 radial skills. I only really need 1 radial skill. And I thought I actually read over all of them, so having a random 2 radial skills is a bit weird. Although Blan is absolutely chewing through stamina. So when I redo her, I might actually have to have a look at like her stamina regen, see if I can get a bit more in the way of stamina regen. Level 30. This will be interesting. I also don't know if like the extra experience stuff on one character affects just that character or if it affects all experience gains. That's another really important question. I can actually dash forward using Blan's avoid skill. Like, more effectively than I can with, say, Yuki, which is interesting to me. There's, like, less of a deadlock time. Anyway. Not super important. I'm also thinking that Blan's ultimate might not do as much damage as, say, some of the others. Just by looking at it. Like, a lot of them have that last big attack, but a lot of them also have, like, a lot of build-up. Blan just doesn't have that build-up. She only does like a couple of attacks. So I don't know. Could be interesting. Right up until I realized that I might be running out of time before I could get this all down. Damn it, all these skills cost too much. Alright, I think that... Ah! Fuck me, yeah. There's two of them. Ooh. Give me all your money. Yeah. I do like Go. She was good to use, it's just... She's an absolute glass cannon. Therein is her shortcoming. Dude has not fucking flinched. How much health does it got left? My god. Right. Am I gonna have to, like, ultimate this thing from behind? Like, that last freeze attack doesn't seem to do any damage, or at least from what I saw there. this being like a high level thing. It was only level 15, I think. I don't know why these guys are so chonky. Although these ones don't seem to be getting up, so I suppose there's that. Oh, there we go. Jesus. Not a time limit, still. I'm still not 100% sure how these triggers work. I thought I knew, and now I don't think I know anymore. I think they kind of work as like pure combos. Which probably means that stacking like high cost stuff is probably not beneficial. And then next one, Flash Blood, if I can get 3 back, should... Not that I saw. Should reduce enemy down. So it's probably better to just have like a combination of cost as opposed to what I've done and just stack skills. But, you know. Maybe we can cross that bridge when we get to it, yeah? So what do I want? Enemy defense down. So Flash Flood last. So yeah, that reduced enemy down. Enemy defense down. So yes, that's the idea. Stack 1, 2, 3. So now that I know that, is actually how that works. Which hasn't really worked out too well for me in that particular instance, but that's okay. Okay, stop it. These guys are fucking insane. Right. Now that you've just chewed through everything of mine. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so I kind of see what's going on here. Sort of, anyway. Not that probably actually did anything. Yeah, I'm absolutely gonna have to just re-look over all my skills to make sure I can get like a good combo going. Because I've very much got this wrong. There was a major misinterpretation. Because all I seem to have done is actually just grabbed a whole bunch of stuff that I thought did something, and it doesn't actually do it unless you do it the right way. So, yeah. Buggered that up. Jesus. Jesus. Man down. Well, on the plus side, that means I can go back and resort all this out, at the very least. Shinobi base. Status. Is it status? I don't think it's status. And your arts. Okay. So we'll start with X. Do I have a trigger 1? No, it's only 2, 3, and end. Barrage is dance, but doesn't actually have a use. 3, 2. Bear hunting is pointless. And that's 2, 3, and end. So Tempest is there. Bear hunting was there. X is probably okay. B's fine. A being Flash Flood is trigger 3. I may actually have Blonde's okay. Looking at them. What about Yuki? Yuki's definitely was not one that I looked at too hard. So yeah, Tornado Cat Toy is a trigger end. Playful is trigger 3. Risky continuous attack that throws away defense. Fair call. So that's... So that should probably be... That being a dance... Should probably be there. A is quickly... Which is 2-3 adds paralyze, but... Paralyze doesn't actually do anything to anything. I think Y is playful. Might actually change that to like wedge. Actually, we'll do that quickly and then playful wedge. Is it? No. Quickly is wrong. We want playful. Then that was wedge, which is trigger 3. This is confusing. Confusing and unhelpful is what this is. Right. So... I don't know what that one was. I think that was that one. Seal Cursed Skulls. Dangerous skull yokai have appeared. Find the Yoma stones while dodging and successfully seal them away. Maybe that's what I was doing wrong. Maybe you've got to actually touch all those stones before you engage them. Instead of being a big potato like me and just engaging them. This could also stitch me up in the long haul too, but that's alright, we'll work it out. Warrior Skulls are the easy ones, so I'll get rid of them. Shame there's no friendly fire. This guy would be bloody belting his own dudes. Well, that's it. Just run through and do your best. I don't actually know if that's going to give me any experience or not, but you know. I suppose it's the thought that counts. I think I'm on the verge of level 36, so that's probably a good thing. I think in these collection missions, you're not actually supposed to do much engaging anyway. I think you're just sort of supposed to belt through and hope for the best. Although it could have just been that I was a dickhead and got lost the last time I did this. That would probably do it as well. Guess I am engaging. I was gonna say, where's the group spawning in on me? It's just gonna be very hard to like keep a mental note of all the things that I need to do without stopping in between to double check them. Because I certainly haven't been paying much attention to A, the skills, or even B, I haven't been using Blam the whole time, so... You know, me knowing exactly what skills I need to use to do what, like apply what debuff or buff on me. Yeah, that's probably not going to be high on the list of things that I give a damn about. Even though Blan has a defense down, and that would probably help me out a lot. To be honest, with as much damage as the boss did me, I should probably look for an attack down for them. And that those buffs don't actually stack across your own group. That's the other thing that sort of ruins me. Is because if for whatever reason I decide I want to change, all the buffs just sort of drop off and I don't know if they stay. Yokai Sumo Training Hall? Some training hall? Defeat the tosser! That could have gone better. Yeah, so like bear hunting just has a straight effect of defense up, so I should probably be using that as my opening skill. Whereas for some idiotic reason I must have, again, which is even weirder, must have misread that as something other than what it was. Oh man. So the whole thing has kind of fallen down on its face on me. I thought he went down. He didn't want to hit him just in case. That trigger bar goes down so quick. I need that trigger bar to be like I don't know, maybe half as slow as it is. Because it's not fun. The other thing is, I don't think I'm actually getting all that much experience. I think I'm just bollocksing it up. I don't think you have to grind in this. I don't think. It could just be that these enemies aren't giving me any experience, or much experience. Which is sort of fine, I get that, because a lot of these are a lot lower level than I am. So, you know, diminishing returns and all that sort of thing, but... it's just very odd. And the other thing is, with as much as the boss spanked me before, I don't actually know how much health I'm, like, not health, but how much, how many more levels I'm gonna need. I wonder if they have an idle animation. No? Yes? Maybe? Probably not. Because, I mean, the experience is going up. Like, every time I look at it after a little bit, it's gone up like a pixel worth, but it just doesn't seem as though there's going to be a overly productive way to do this quickly. Alright, there must be another whole side. Maybe? Those are the last two poison Gokus. Gotcha. Seal the cursed Wawa melon. I think this might be the one that kicked my ass the last time. Which means that I'm probably not supposed to fight these. I'm probably just supposed to run straight past them and seal them away. As I learnt the hard way the last time. A lot of enemies this time around, though. The only downside, I suppose it makes up for it, given that I don't think these particular Wawamelon can actually do all that much. I mean, yeah, the little seeds they spit at me most certainly hurt, but like, I don't think they really chase me like the other ones did once they started. Well, that way's blocked off. There's another one. Oh, surprise. I don't even know if it'd be worth killing them, like, whether or not it'd be... The trouble getting through them would be worth the damage they do to me. Well, I'm definitely not even hurting that one. Yeah, I think I'll give this just one big giant miss. Because it's pretty clear that these guys are just gonna kick my ass. That one's blocked off. Gotta find one more. Just. Oh, there goes Yuki. Not that I think I'm gonna be doing much more killing, but, you know, the thought's there. These two... It's gotta be this way. It's the only other way left to go. Is that one activated? That one's activated. I'm lost, as usual. And no one was surprised. Now I'm very lost. Is that it? That one's closed. Success! I tried Yumi. I hated her fighting style. Yumi has good reach too, but she has a very clunky fighting style. I think a lot of the honeypaws do. Like, for the most part, they mirror mostly the Neptunia girls. It's just they have like a slower, clunkier fighting style as a whole. Which is not always bad, but for the most part, it's not great either. I think, who was it? The one with the swords. She was alright. She was slow, but not uncomfortably so. Excuse me. I'm not done with those. They give me loot. Money luck up. Not that I really need more money, but you know. It's the thought that counts. I don't even really, like, gem drop is probably what I would prefer. To be entirely honest with anybody. But I think these golden doggoos only drop Yeah, money lock up. Which is fine. I mean, I can just keep melting them together and make one exceptionally great money up, but I just realized I have a freaking time limit. Not the map. It's gotta be straight up. If I just head north, or as north of the map allows me, I should find it. There it is. Alright, that was nearly bad because I like cocked that up for my own poor judgment. Scroll all the way down the bottom and do all these nasty ones. Mushroom hunting. I really haven't done any of these. Like, I'm just looking through them. I'm still doing level 15 ones. They go up to level... Well, it stops at 38. Not to say that that's where it ends, but that's what's left for me at the moment. I keep thinking I hear something behind me. Then I keep looking behind me and there is nothing. One's jump attack is horrible, I will say that. Blood's jump attack has that nice, lovely, big dead spot after the end of it. Okay. Thought I killed that guy. Obviously not. This little corner looks like it should have a box in it too. It doesn't. See, and then I've got to go, like, trigger 3 down to Flash Flood, which is enemy defense down large. And just try and squeeze that in that tiny little period I had just then. Which I suppose under normal circumstances would be fine, it's just half the time you don't have normal circumstances against a boss, you know? Half the time you're just dodging and doing whatever you can to stay alive. Did that fall through the ground or is that dead? Doesn't matter, it's a cat. I don't need to get the cats. As long as it's not a mushroom. Two. Dong. Heck is yeah.
依頼はこれがいいわね。腕が鳴るぜ。
I don't know why Noir uses. I think the weapon is called a Sai. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. SAI. I don't really know why Noir would use them anyway. Noir just doesn't seem to me this type of person that would use something like that. No? Damn it. Someone skill locked me. Is there nothing in the grass? I was gonna say. Rare doll. Ooh. They must just slurp up anything they drop. Or I must just slurp up anything they drop. Oh god. I think I've gone the entirely wrong way. I've got a chest, I suppose that's the benefit, but... that would be about the only benefit. I'm just wondering if gems are entirely random or if a specific enemy maybe drops a specific type of gem. Because I was kind of thinking maybe I could just maybe find somewhere to farm experience gems exclusively. And just make whatever the heck the best experience gem is and go like that. Although when I get back, I am going to try and melt all these gems together, so who actually knows how many I'm going to be left with to begin with? And as I say, these bloody gorgeous doggoos drop money. Ooh, money up 3. It's a slight bonus. Just about there. Yep. And now we fight the big Minotaur. Ah, right. Damn it. I'm bugging it up. Big commitment. Big commitment. Massive commitment.
依頼はと
Legion Dogu production
これ
up.
がいいわね
Right.
腕が鳴るぜそれ
I think Bert would probably honestly be better at this
一撃で
than Blanc. Like just farming, for example. I think Bert has reasonably effective combos.
それ
I think. I think Bert also has a very wide range of attack. I haven't used them, all of them enough. I've only used like a handful of them that I know I like. So I'm kind of stitching myself up in that aspect. Massively stitching myself up because I just don't play enough different characters. Oof. Oof.
それ一撃でそこ
Attack speed probably has a lot to do with things too, because I just noticed that. Well, I didn't just notice, but it was in this game session that I really bothered to notice that attacking actually increases your stamina. So every attack increases your stamina, and I don't know whether that's just like an attack or if it's every swing, because like weapons like Noir, I believe, has 2 weapons. So does that count as 2 attacks, or is that just 1 attack? Vert, for example, has 2 weapons as well.
その
Dengekiko and Famitsu have more.
「準備をしましょう」
I mean, I'll have a look at Vert. The last time I used her, she worked quite well, but yeah, whether or not that actually does anything, I don't know. See, like, that's enemy defense down small, straight off the bat, Whirlwind. Enemy attack down small, straight off the ball. Trigger 2, Trigger End, Sakura Mountain, no effect. Cut down anyone around you, then strike. That actually just outright does nothing. Just all damage. So... these are all power S, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Probably enemy attack down would be better. Which I think that is anyway, yeah. Zalus Waltz. Then B would probably be better off being used to, say, Sakura Mountain or this trigger, and I'll make it Sakura Mountain. A Bamboo Grass Gentian. Trigger 2, add seal medium. Trigger 3, defense up medium. I need a trigger 2. Trigger 2, trigger 3. So we'll change blue bottle, which is on the Y. Y, quotey fingers. Yeah, see, add seal is fucking bullshit. Spirit gems. So we'll put some spirit gems on Vert. Then we'll see how we go. Auto. No. I don't know what I'm doing. I want synthesis. Begin the synthesis. All the money up. Endurance up. See, that'd be good. Decrease the stamina use by 5 for everything besides ninja arts. That would be helpful. I mean, half of these I'm never going to use anyway, like the yokai recovery. Recovers some health when defeating a yokai. I mean, come on. Decreases damage from the Steam Legion. I'm not fucking fighting Steam Legion all the time. I mean, come on. Slowly getting more and more, like, open squares, though, which is good. Yeah, like, fucking... I don't know where Vert is. Like, as far as anything goes. She has slightly less attack, a lot less health, a lot less defense. I don't know what Vert's thing is. But she does hit twice, I think, because she's got 2 swords. That's the only redeeming thing I can think of. So we'll have to see, because I'm not 100% sure. Oh, has my game crashed? No! Does that mean I have to re-equip Vert now? I hope not. The good old PC ports, how I love them. Well, it says that I've got Vert as the leader, so I guess that's a start. I guess... not? Maybe it must have autosaved. At least the autosave's on point. Certainly can't fault the game for that, if it crashes. If it's a flat crash to desktop, honestly. Yeah, but it autosaves like anytime you make any real change. I absolutely can't fault a game. It's when it locks your whole system up or badly enough that it just causes a problem for you. And doesn't autosave that you're just like, oh my god. Oh, this must be... yeah, okay, this is just a run and grab. Yeah, see, so Vert swings twice. Vert's got 2... oh, Jesus. I mean, while it looks like one weapon, she actually splits it apart, so... it might be helpful. Like, that could very well be the difference between being good and being dodgy. So yeah, just because she's got a low attack, she hits twice. So, you know, it's excusable, maybe. And I think that shit. I think Noir's Jesus. I think Noir's the same. She has 2 weapons, a relatively not great attack, but she hits twice, I think. The big problem... Jesus.
まだですわ。使いますわ。使いますわ。
The big issue I have with Noir is that her range is just so bad for what it is. Because as I said, she just uses size, and size don't have any range at all, whereas at least these things are swords. Oh, look at me! Shot.
完了ですわね。
Made a mad dash through the middle and ended up getting shot by some bloke.
えい。依頼が来てるか見てみましょう。この依頼を引き受けますわ。
Da-dun.
慎重に参りましょう。
I never really paid attention to anything like that, too. That they... Oh, God.
この術で。
That some of them actually do swing twice. I mean, the thought crossed my head, but the fact that I never actually thought about it makes me feel just a little bit dumb. Just a little bit of the big dumb. Do like some of her attacks though, because they definitely work a lot better when you're surrounded. Oh, God. That's pretty much the reason why I thought Bert would be the better choice for all this. Minus her weird jumps, where she spins around to face the camera and then turns back around. That's a bit weird, but ignoring that. Where's the last doggo? I see a lot of doggoos. Wow. Well, that was quick. Oh, I've finished 50% of... I don't know what. It must be the shrine, I'd say. That achievement, 50% asks us for anything. Steam Legion commanders. Kill 3 within the time limit. So I probably don't need to touch all these doggoos unless they're in the way. Chop. Okay. Yeah, it does look like 2 swings actually give you 2 little chunks of stamina. So I guess there is some benefit. I'm not going to say there's a huge benefit. Like, it's pretty obvious that Bert, for example, doesn't actually have the stopping power that Blanc has, or had. A lot of the time when you hit something in Blanc, it like literally disables it. Whereas it's pretty clear that with Bert, it doesn't stop it at all. It takes a lot more to try and stop it. got senior commanders. Health back. Hey, you.
こっちだよ。せーの。この一撃で。レール、私にお任せを。行きますわよ。少しまずいですね。
Fucking put me straight into it.
大量ですわ。
Ta-chan! Beautiful.
依頼が来てるか見てみましょう。
Weapons left behind.
この依頼を引き受けますわ。皆さん、行きますわよ。
Do, 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 do.
遅い。
Yeah, she's definitely struggling. Like, I'm definitely getting hit a lot more than I was. Yeah, they're stronger enemies, but... It's still pretty obvious that, typically you knock enemies back a lot quicker with Flan than you do with Vert. That's probably because Vert's designed to actually get behind things and belt them up from behind like that. Whereas Blan has a very angry and abusive face that she's quite content to belt people up with. Although, to be honest, it could just be the enemies, because I'm pretty sure Yuki used to knock things around pretty quickly as well. This bloke. Okay. Got that, finally. I still don't actually know where I'm going. Just kind of flopping around to see where I end up. It's fucking confusing maps. Big boss room? Oh no. It's the Spooter. The purple duplex. Yes, push me around while you shoot in front of me. Vert might actually break things a lot quicker too, by the looks of it. She is absolutely on par with, like, bringing stamina back up. I didn't actually realize just how quickly she can restore stamina. Poor duplex. But yeah, she chews stamina up as soon as she can. It's insane. I never realized. Noticeably quicker.
手加減はいたしませんわ。よっ、そこ。
It might be the color above their, like, what color their name is tells you how easy they are.
よっ、そこ。せい。そこ。この術で無駄ですわ。そこそこ
Could attack that one, wouldn't it?
よっよっ遅い逃がしませんわ。
I think that's it. No, must be. Must have missed something. Where have I missed it? Okay. I'm also gonna say this for the record that while I like Bert's top, I hate the rest of her outfit. Those fucking flared things around her shins, not great. Not for me. I kind of know why they did it. It's just, yeah. You know, Bert always has this ridiculous revealing outfit, and this time they've kind of made a top half like sort of kind of okay, and then they've just sort of dropped the ball on the bottom half. I don't even know what I'm doing. Just defeating all enemies, whatever that is. Like, if you boosted Bert's attack way up, she'd be pretty diabolical. Fox. Just because of how many attacks she can throw down. I don't know if there's like any gems for break though. If there's any gems that affect the break gauge, you could give them all to Bert. It'd be crazy. I missed a whole street of these guys. Ah.
こっちだよ。そら行くよ。そこそこ、えい、当たれ当たれ。なかったね。
Oh, is that it?
ほい。
Well then. I feel like I've probably missed stuff. I wasn't ready.
依頼が来てるか見てみましょう。
Garbage
この依
collection.
頼を引き受けますわ。慎重に参りましょう。
Okay, so we'll do this one, and then we'll go and have a look at the gems again. And I'm on a time limit. Ah. That would be the time limit reason. It's another one of these grab and dash ones. Another grab and dash, can you tell? As I sit here attacking everything. Oh, the gold doggers. Ah, I absolutely deserve that. Ah! I wasn't even going that way. Ooh, Bert's jump attack's good. Where's the next box? All I'm seeing is enemies. Sneaky! 2 more boxes. There's one there. Alright, I'll bite. Where the hell's the last one? I think I went straight through the street, so it must be here. With the gold dogu distractions. The gold dogu distractions. Everywhere. Well, it's not here. This much I've assessed. Where haven't I been? I think I haven't been through here. It's gotta be through here. Got a gold nugget. I don't actually know what gold nuggets are for. Probably just cash. Don't know why I've got these, but I'm doing this. I don't know why the things are a different color. Nobody's told me anything. Gold one! Get the gold one! Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, there's gold ones on the sides. I think the gold ones disappear after a while, so that's why I'm always trying to stay on top of them. Because I think if you're not, like, on them fairly quickly... I don't know if there's, like, a range or if it's a time, but... Yeah. I know they disappear, or at least I'm pretty sure they do. Damn it. There's one over there. Damn it! I missed one. Feels bad, man. Why are there so many doggos? They must give me heaps of experience too, the gold ones. Which is probably another reason to try and stay on top of them. You dirty little fucking bouncing blue balls of shit. I think I might have learned, maybe, what those are. I'm thinking that the ones there are like the doggos that drop good items and good experience. That's what I'm thinking. Gems. Because my experience was bouncing up very quickly when I was killing those doggos. The gold ones. So I really don't have a reason to not believe that the gold doggos give me more than what you would consider normal amounts of experience. In addition to a lot of money gems. I have money like 26%. Hell yeah. Gem drop. What's a gem drop second? Doesn't really say. Okay, so let's, whoops, not synthesis, let's auto for growth. Okay, so at level 40 it looks like they level up to that. Like a full thing. So everybody's 39. What'd be you, Go? Because you were like way behind too. So one more run of that should pretty much get it for me. So let's go back to the shrine. Accept quests. Mechanical cores all out war. because they've got a little doggo there. So let's see if we can get some more gold.
手加減はいたしませんわ
And not have my ass handed to me in the process. By that guy. Oh.
よっそこ
That was through the wall.
はっいきますわよはっそれ
And I am on a time limit.
はっそこ
So any gold doggos I need to find, I need to get on there.
少しまずいですわねはっいきますわよ来ますわね
That fucking doggo just bloody knocked me away.
ゆきさん休ん
He's
で
gonna have to come in. There's one! Get him!
よっしゃ今だこの一撃でまだ簡単だったね
Even though I didn't want to be using Yuki for that, but anyway.
よっと
That's not the right way, I don't think. Is it the right way?
私にお任せを
Let's just ignore everything. Except for that one that's in the door at least. And the ones that blow up on me, because that's definitely not what I want to be doing with my life. This one.
少しまずいですわね
It must be two fucking commanders in here, because I'm getting hammered.
逃がしませんわそこですわそこ女神4人の秘術そしてコンパリューの力ですわ
That was absolutely useless and did absolutely... Oh god. Oh god.
使いますわ使いますわねこの術で決めますわよはっ行きますわよ少しまずいですわね使いますわ
Got
ね
him.
使いますわねよっ
No.
そこ
Got it that time.
はっ
It's new to well, newish to Steam, I should say.
そこよっそこ
Came out last. Oh, actually, maybe it's not. I'm not sure if it's new.
はっそこ
It says it came out in 2021, but that's not to say that it came out on Steam in 2021, you know? Because usually the Steam releases are like way
逃
behind.
がしませんわやりましたわね
And even then, the ports typically aren't all that great, so... The port's typically pretty horrible.
はっ遅いされますわはっ
I don't even know if these pop doggos give me anything. I mean, they're obviously dropping stuff. Whether they're dropping useful stuff's another question.
いいですわねいただきましょう
Meow, meow.
とよっはっ
Alright, there's the boss. Jesus, I was freaking hammered.
よっとほい
Come here, you.
こっちだよこっちだよ
No!
よっと
Bastard.
こっちだよこっちだよまだこれぐらいで
What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
よっ
This,
角を取ってしまいました
this.
わほいよっとまだこれぐらいでほい今だまだまだ 気出しちゃおうかな。とどめ刺すよ。
God, I hope this does enough damage.
バイバイ。よっはっ。せーの。
This is not gonna do anywhere near
これ
enough.
こんなのどう？まだこれぐらいで。私にお任せを。よっ、そこ。いきますわよ。やりましたわね。はっ、そこ。食らいなさい。少し来ませんわ。
Isn't that what I signed up for?
少しまずいですわね。少しまずいですわね。
Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Come here. Yeah.
ご覧なさい。こんな私の力。逃がしませんわ。はい。そこですわ。はっはっ。
Come here, you.
よっ、少しまずいですわね。はっはっ。はい。この術で。 山の堅牢を宿しましょう。はっはっ。行きますわよ。少しまずいですわね。はっ、技に磨きがかかりましたわ。そこですわ。よっ、そこ。これ株式。よっ、完了ですわ。
That was fucking awkward. Threw it, but it was awkward.
依頼が来てるか見てみましょう。この依頼を引き受けますわ。
It's really just another hack and slash. That's all it is.
皆さん、行きますわよ。
Except I don't think it's probably as good as the previous hack and slashes. Probably its one downside, but yeah. It's not uncommon for the Neptunia franchise to be like constantly doing different things with every release. They're nearly always looking for ways to improve the franchise, so I don't even know if if these secondary series games, the third-party games, are test beds for things they're thinking about introducing into the first game. Hack and slash thing isn't particularly something that's out of the blue for them. I do believe that a lot of the mechanics that they sometimes throw into the main games come from these little secondary hack and slash games. Most of the enemies do tend to be cute in the Neptunia series. Most of them. Not all of them, most of them. Where am I going? Although they nearly always have new music in every game these days, so that's always a plus, because the music's typically pretty good. Alright, could swear that I just ran past something. Oh, fucking idiot. I was looking at the wrong part of the map. I was looking at where the objective marker was. But I mean, it's no surprise that I suppose they keep throwing in new mechanics and trying new things, and this is... I believe these days the Neptunia franchise is Compile Heart and Idea Factory's cash cow. And there's no point in just doing what they used to do in the old days of JRPGs and just rehashing the game over and over and over again with a new story. Which I admit they did do at the start of the Neptunia series. There wasn't a lot of individualization originally in Neptunia from any other JRPG. It was just another JRPG, different characters, new coat of paint. A lot of the enemies were still shared between a lot of the different other JRPGs from Compile Heart. But yeah, these days Neptunia is their absolute cash cow, so they definitely put a lot of work into it. Which is, it's interesting because the original Neptunia, for what it's worth, is considered something of a collector's item these days. Just because so many, there was, I think they only made like 140,000, because obviously, you know, it's an old JRPG, so they never actually released a whole bunch outside of Japan, because, you know, nobody played JRPGs back then, really. Unless you were genuinely into that sort of thing. The only reason I actually picked it up was because I found out that Neptunia was made by a company at the time, for a studio or something, I don't know, that made another game I really enjoyed, and so that's why I picked it up. Otherwise I never would have picked up Neptunia originally. Played the original, I fucking loved it. Although looking back, like if I look back on it now, it's a boring as batshit game. Because it really is the old school JRPG. Especially by comparison to how much it's evolved in this time. It's a completely different game. I might play the original just because nobody has really seen the original, and when they remade them all, I think they've remade them. The first three, like the PS3 version games, I think they've remade them 3 times now. I'm not actually sure what the reasoning behind them was. I know one of the first time they redid them was simply just to revamp them onto the new sort of system. So to take them out of their old JRPG roots and put them in what they've been making for ages. Especially the first game. Because the first game was absolutely outdated. That. But a lot of the reasons they actually remake the original games, and I know this for a fact, is, as I said earlier, they do it to introduce new systems into the games without, like, ruining a brand new title. So there's two different versions of the last canon Neptunia game made by the studio. And the first one is as, you know, you'd expect from anything. But the second one has like all these, there's not a lot, but they have enough little changes in them that you can see that they're trying something new. New systems, new features. So they're nearly always doing stuff like that. So it's definitely not uncommon to see them rehash older games. The other reason I know they rehashed the older games, in particular the first game, gameplay aside, and it's actually noted in the game's dialogue, is they wanted to make it a little more PG friendly. And that's not... Funny thing is that for a game like this, it's not actually a nudity reason that they wanted to make it more kid-friendly, because they still have all the dodgy scenes in them, but even then, like, I'm streaming it and the scenes aren't all that dodgy. But, the voice lines from one character in particular were, definitely not child-friendly. They were quite abrasive is probably the best word for it. But even in the newer games, like, characters have actually been developing, which is nice to see. Character development, you love to see it. What have I missed? I obviously missed something. And that's actually noted by, like, one of the main characters in the game. That they really toned down the story for this to make it more young person friendly. Which I thought was funny. I've got to go all the way back around. Can I go through here? Maybe. No, I think this is the start. You have to go back around the long way. I suppose there's a speed. Oh. So especially in like the last Neptunia V2 rework, they added massive boss fights and a global... I don't actually know if it's a global leaderboard. I suspect it may be a regional leaderboard, but... Nevertheless, they added, like, big... You know, what you'd expect from, like, a raid boss in a normal MMO, where you've actually got to bring specific characters to do specific damage types. You need healers. I think, like, the fights take... half an hour to go through. And I don't know whether that's intentional, that it takes that long, or if I'm just shit, but yeah. I mean, you can actually state at what rank you want to do it at, so you can, like, match the leaderboards, but as I say, I don't really know if it's intended to be as hard as it is or not. And I have been intending to show people that, as well as the differences between Neptunia, some of the Neptunia voice actresses that got fucking snubbed. And I am going to exclusively use the word snub. And I will continue to do that until the day I die, I swear to God. Or they bring them back, one or the other. If I ever become that YouTuber with 1 million fucking viewers, that's the first thing I'm gonna do, is go to war for those 2 ladies. Good old Tara Platt and Aaron Fitzgerald. Those 2 actually got screwed out because at some point in time, like, the English voice actresses were looking for, like, better pay. And I'm not sure of the whole details because, you know, I didn't pay a huge amount of attention to it. I know it happened. That's about the extent of it. I'm not sure if these girls were in a particular union or if they all... It can't have been a particular union because I think some of the, like, the late night comedians from, you know, just standard US TV channels. I think a few of the, like, the writers went on strike as well. So, yeah, it must have just been a union that they were a part of or something. I don't know the full details. Anyway, the bottom line is that Tara Platt and Aaron Fitzgerald were scrapped from voicing 2 of the main characters in the Neptunia series, and I'm offended by their replacements. One of them's okay, but the other one's just fucking emotionless and it really bothers me. The difference primarily is that the one that's okay, by comparison of Aaron Fitzgerald, for example, who is the one she replaced, she just doesn't compare. She just doesn't have that, I don't know, that quip in her voice, if that makes sense. And it's hard to say that because, like, playing the Japanese version, you know, you got to sit down, you got to engulf yourself in it. It's one of those things that you've got to sort of do in your own time to get a solid understanding of it when you're playing a sub version. But yeah, that's one of those things that I'll never let go of. Kind of like the Aikiano thing in Dark Knights. I'll never let go of that one either. For better or worse. You know, I understand, like, one of the games that the 2 of them were covered on, it came out while this was going on. So, you know, I can understand that it's like, this is all going on, everybody's striking, we need voice actresses to cover this. Get it fucking covered, right? I understand. I'm not stupid, something needs to hit the shelves. And the girls that are in the middle of, what do they call them? Anyway, they're in the middle of a strike. I don't actually know what you call it. It's flooded, it's left my brain on me. So yeah, they needed to be replaced, but they didn't need to be indefinitely replaced, you know? You don't do that. That's fucked up. But I know a lot of the people, a lot of the argument about even replacing them back is that, well, you know, Compile Heart and Idea Factory could just sub the games and not bother with voice actresses at all, so we should be grateful with what we've got. Which, you know, if it was many or any other JRPG, I'd probably get I'd probably get behind that notion because, as I mentioned earlier, you don't really play a JRPG unless you're into that sort of thing. But when you're talking about a game like Neptunia, which is, as I also mentioned, their cash cow, yeah, that sort of mentality just isn't really the float. But at the same token, I don't exactly believe that Compile Heart or Idea Factory over in Japan can say or do much about what goes on outside of their own studios. I'm not even sure who does the English releases anymore. It used to be an independent company. NIS. I don't know what it stands for. NIS America. NISA. But, I don't actually know who does it anymore. I don't know if they're just hired by the Japanese studio or if there's an actual company that sorts it out for release. If they have an American branch, you know, this is all... It's kind of actually funny I mentioned NIS America because they haven't been doing it for ages. Oi, that's not fucking fair. But yeah, so the girl who replaced Tara Platt, I'm not even sure what her name is. I'm not sure what either of their names are. But Tara Platt was the original voice actress of Bert, who I'm playing at the moment. And, yeah, the new voice actress just is emotionless. It's really, really annoying. It's actually painful. She sounds nigh identical too, which is a damn shame, but she just has no emotion. I don't know whether she has to force a voice like that or not, but I mean, I try very hard not to slag voice actresses because let's be honest, I sound like a fucking rubber chicken. But yeah, she has no emotion. The one who replaces Noir, so Aaron Fitzgerald's replacement, she's fine, and I mean, most people actually sit there and say, oh yeah, she's okay, but I mean, personally, I don't believe that she just has the same sort of quippy edge in her voice that Aaron Fitzgerald has. That said, Aaron Fitzgerald has fucking decades of experience, though. And I think she just plays that sharp character really, really well. Whereas Bird is more of a princessy type girl, so I don't actually know anybody who speaks princessy normally. So it's definitely something you've got to work on, I guess. I don't know. Dem's my opinions, and Dem's what I plan to do if ever I end up being a person worth any big company bothers to listen to. Which won't happen, but, you know, a guy can dream. Guy's gotta have a dream. come from this way? It's actually been a really long time since the last main Neptunia title came out. So, I know they said they've been working on one. And they actually mentioned, the lead dev mentioned that it was going to be unlike any previous Neptunia game. So, I would be very lying if I said I wasn't looking forward to it. I look forward to all mainline canon Neptunia games, though. The comedy about games and stuff is right up my alley. Games and anime, I should say, is right up my alley. But they also tend to sort of stick to the comedy of what you're doing. Although I haven't watched a lot of Naruto. There's probably a lot more Naruto references in this than I bothered to notice, because I know nothing about Naruto. I know there was a Dragon Ball reference. Why you no die? Let me out. Alright, maybe I should not be sitting here trying to fight these guys. They've skill locked me. I bet you I just missed all of them. I don't think I'm supposed to be touching them. I think that's why the Neptunia series did really well, though, is because it really resonates with gamers and anime fans all over. Because that's where the butt of all the jokes are. Has a solid story. Well, it didn't start off with a solid story, it developed a solid story over the years. The original story was very, very vanilla. Which they did change in the remake, which is a bit dodgy, but... Oops, don't hit them. Tis what tis. As I said, they... I think the other thing is, too, that they actually tried to redesign the story in the remakes to make more sense to newer people. Because like I said, the very first game was released in such incredibly limited numbers overseas that not a lot of people ever played it. I guess I'm pretty sure the number was 140,000 that they released worldwide outside of Japan. So a lot of people, if they ever got into Neptunia, likely got into Neptunia in the second game. And the story from the first to the second game is entirely different. It's like they're not even remotely linked, how different they are. Same characters, but entirely different everything else. The characters are the same in essence only, I guess you'd say. So they... And I believe even though the remake story is still not connected, I think it just introduces you to the Neptunia series a bit better. So everybody that actually goes back and plays Rebirth 1 actually has sort of kind of a clue as to what the fuck's going on, as opposed to something that was completely different. And yeah, just overall confusing. And this is why I don't like playing the ports, but unfortunately I will probably be forced to play the ports going forward, because Sony, being the wonderful thing that Sony is, doesn't like any sort of sexualization of anybody, really. So yeah, the Neptunia series was one that they hammered down on. I would probably also say that that's why DOA stopped producing material as well, Dead or Alive. Because Dead or Alive has a lot of supposed sexualization. I would say that it's arguably no worse than any other game out there. I know that a lot of people will argue with me as far as that's concerned. And I say to you, argue away. This is survey. What's survey? Oh, literally. Yeah, so I don't actually know how well Sony's going to go going forward, given that they're sort of crunching down on a lot of the shit that sort of keeps them afloat. Like those Sony exclusives. Like, if you said to me, if I found out, for example, that Neptunia and all the other Sony or only PlayStation exclusives that Sony have were going to be on Xbox, I'm not going to lie to you, I would buy an Xbox. I would buy the new Xbox over the PS5 any day of the week. The only reason I buy PlayStations is because PlayStation have all the games that I like. I think I actually bought a Neptunia game for the PS5. I think I've got it sitting here. Is this the PS5 one? Yeah, PS5, Neptunia Reverse. Which I think is all of the first 3 Neptunia games. Well, the latest revision of the 3 early Neptunia games. As I said, they continue to remake them to try out and put new content in. So yeah, I picked that up because I'll play it when I get a PS5, but I probably won't buy a PS5 until there's a new Dead or Alive coming out, which I'm pretty sure Dead or Alive said that DOA 6 was it. And I would say that has something to do with Sony's no titties idea. or until a new Neptunia, mainstream Neptunia game comes out, because I'll just buy these, like these little side Neptunia games, I'll just buy them on PC. Doesn't bother me in the least, really. All these Teamsoft games are all ported, so who cares? And if it crashes while I'm playing it, well, who cares? I mean, it's a side game. It's not a game I'm going to be sitting down for hours playing, you know, like I would be a normal main Neptunia game. I was worried when that wasn't the last one. I didn't see the last one. There, that's where we at. When a new Neptunia game comes out or a new Dead or Alive comes out, I will get a PS5. Until that point in time, I don't care. Hopefully they revise the PS5 a few times so it's not as fucked as my PS4. Which is fucking sad, because my PS3 still works. It has no issues at all. And the worst thing I've had to do is exchange controllers, which, admittedly, by the time I had to change the controller, getting PS3 controllers was a pain in the ass, and I actually had to buy, like, aftermarket ones. Thankfully, I didn't find any of those crazy, fucking weird aftermarket ones like you used to find back in the Sega days, but... Nevertheless, that just goes to show how crappy my PS4 was. But see, I got stitched by Sony big time anyway, and I've told this story before. Sony kept... My PS4 kept fucking up, and I kept sending it back. And Sony kept doing whatever they do to it, and then sending the same fucking one back to me. And it kept having the same issue, and Sony kept doing this on and on and on until the warranty ran out on it. And after the warranty ran out on it, they're like, oh, okay, well, seeing as how this has been happening for so long, what we can do at this point is we can sell you a new PlayStation 4 for a discounted price. And, you know, at this point in time, the PS5 had actually been out. Like, there was no question in anybody's mind that the PS5 was on the way. The PS4 Pro was the mainstream PlayStation at the time, and I'm like, oh. So, you know, because I've gotten into the habit of actually confirming shit like this because I've been stitched up by companies that many times. So, is that a PS4 Pro or is that a PS4? They're like, no, PS4. Like, you guys are gonna fucking give me a discount on the same piece of shit that's been fucking up for me for the last however many years. They're like, yeah, like this is just a normal thing. Come on, guys. I'm shocked they even had PS4s at that point in time. Obviously, that's why they were giving away at a discount. They wanted to get rid of them. Fucking assholes. So yeah, I told them where to stick that. And now I still have my old crappy PS4. Life's good. I thought I'd pick up a PS4, like a new PS4 Pro at some point in time, but I never did. I guess when I came to that ultimate conclusion that I would be getting a PS5, I guess I kind of just prayed and hoped that I'd be able to... It would have reverse compatibility. Which it probably won't. Like, they'll only probably have reverse compatibility for mainstream shit, you know? Same as every other company. Same as every other company. Just don't give a fuck. Which I think is something else that's interesting, because I think Xbox is, the new Xbox is like completely reverse compatible. Whereas Sony's like hit and miss with their games. Like, yeah, this game's reverse compatible, but I don't know, nothing else is. I think Sony's always been like that. At least that's how they were the last time I actually bothered to look. The last time I gave a shit. It's just lazy. But I suppose you can just be lazy when making consoles is only half of your profit, if that. You can't tell me that Sony makes a huge margin of their profit off PlayStations versus any other electrical item they sell. I mean, let's be dead honest. But them's the break. And then see, that is why I would much prefer to pick up an Xbox over a PlayStation. Because I think whatever PlayStation Sony had originally, you know, PS2, PS3, that is not the case anymore. When Sony was trying to make a very, very solid competing platform, back in the PS1, 2, 3, I think in PS1 days, nobody was really trying to flog each other off, but, you know, PS2 and PS3, I think Sony, whoever they were using as a development department back then, actually had a heart. These days, I don't think any of them have a heart. They're not trying to compete with shit. They're just like, yeah, people buy it. Who cares? Whereas Microsoft seems to have been doing a lot of good stuff lately, so 5 stars to Microsoft. Let it be known that I'm probably going to say that about Microsoft ever again. I think Microsoft sort of pulled the strings of people for a long time, actually. Until they finally came around. I don't know if somebody else took the reins or what. I think somebody did. I think some bloke actually took the reins. I can't remember what his name is. But someone decent who gave a fuck actually took over the reins, and now Microsoft is turning into what I would consider to be a fairly reliable company. The gaming department, anyway. I'm not going to say all of it. Because let's be honest, the blokes who fucking operate Windows at the moment are fucking dodgy as shit. And if anybody tries to tell me that the people who make Microsoft Windows these days give a fuck about anybody, I've got bad news for them. And I'd like to know why they think that. Windows is the big garbage at the moment. The biggest of garbages. That's obviously a down. But it is what it is. It's kind of like... Yeah, I don't know. As soon as Windows fucked up their search bar, of all things, you wreck the search bar. I mean, come on, guys. Like, let me just find the files on my computer. Stop making me search Bing for my own shit. mention how fucking savage Bing is. I mean, when you're looking for something that is a bit how you do it, and don't get me wrong, Bing's the place to go, but yeah. When you're looking for anything normal and humane, like if you look up a fucking how to do a curry on Bing, you'll probably find it telling you to kill your grandma and use that. Yeah, Bing's interesting. But just the fact that I can't even, like, I have fucking pictures in my search bar now. I don't even know what the hell they are. It looks like a basketball at the moment. Like, why have I got a basketball in my search bar? I am not very good at this game, but I'm actually going to say that it's not on me. It's because there's massive gaps at the end of some of your skill chains or skills or abilities, and it locks you up completely. Like, it's a full-on action lock, and no matter how many times I do something, that always stitches me up. So like, yeah, I don't know. There's like, between that jump attack and the landing, there's, I don't know, a second, 2 seconds where you can't do anything. And I realize, you know, a lot of people sit there and go, it's only a second. But when it's a fighting game, when you know you need to block or dodge, that 1 second is kind of important. I do not want to hit that mushroom with that. But I do like their little hack and slash games. I probably should play like Neptunia Action Unleashed one day. Action Unleashed is a game I really enjoy, because it is just a dumb, senseless game. It's just the game you sit down and fart around in. It's even more hack and slash than this. It's literally just, here's all the enemies, go for your life. I think Blind vs. Zombies is the same as well. Just a whole bunch of enemies. I don't remember Blind vs. Zombies very well. And I don't really know why I didn't. Probably because I preferred Action Unleashed. That's probably why. Ah, skill log. I'm not even sure where or what I was at in Action Unleashed. I think I 100%ed it, but... I'm not sure if it's something that I could just, like, pick back up and get back into or not. Basically, because it's not... I'd have to start a new game, because there's nothing left to do. I think I uninstalled it anyway, so I probably would have to start over whether I wanted to or not. Guess it'd depend on whether or not Steam Cloud saved it for me. Which probably didn't. That's where it came from. And I obviously wasn't good enough to get through the boss, because that's why I'm sitting here doing this grindy shit, because, yeah, last time I played, the boss spanked me. The boss gave me the bad touch. Mind you, it probably didn't help anything that one of the two characters I was using as a glass cannon. That probably didn't help. So she was pretty much just getting one shot the whole time. Oh, Jesus. But yeah, one of these days I'll actually yank out my PS4 and 3 out of where I've got them, you know, on my TV, and hook them up, and I'll play the original Neptunia, like the very first Neptunia. I may even play more of, like, the third Neptunia too, because I never 100% finished that. Because every Neptunia game has several endings, and unfortunately, and this is, kind of goes back to what I was saying about how they change things as they go and introduce new things. The third Neptunia game had a series of things that you had to complete in a certain order at certain parts to get the proper end, and well, they kind of still do it, but they made it a lot simpler to do, as opposed to being so extremely precise. So, I never got the perfect ending or true end of that game, which is something I do admit kind of bugged me for a very long time. So yeah, maybe once I move my PS3 out, I'll go back and redo old school Neptunia. Old school V3. I have to remember how to play it, because I've only ever played the reverse. Damn it. harder than it needed to be.
私にお任せを。逃がしませんわ。
Which would probably be good. I mean, I'd like to get back and try and finish that 100%. I don't even know. The only issue I have with V3 is that, my god, the story.
そこですわ。
I'm pretty sure it had some of the longest story events in the whole series. It was
使いますわね。
interesting.
よっ。それ。ですわ。そこ。木々の癒しをまといましょう。逃がしませんわ。
Interesting, not great. Even I admit that the story was a bit on the drab side of that one. And that's Ben. Neptunia is by far probably my favorite game series, so yeah. For me to turn around and say the fucking story was drab as shit, that says something, I guess. They didn't even pull it back all that much in the rebirths either. Probably because they couldn't, I would say. You know, there's only so much you can take out of a story before it stops making sense, right? But at the same time, I suppose the story leads to... Well, actually, no, in that one it doesn't lead to any character development, now that I think about it. That story is just that story. V3 is kind of another independent one, really. It's weird. That's all I've got to say. It's weird. But I know a lot of people have never seen the original games, so I think it would be nice to play them. I think I may have made a mistake here. When I jumped down there, I'm nearly certain I made a huge mistake. Oh, I suppose I would have had to come back to kill that one anyway, but we'll go all the way back around. Just gotta pray to the gods of someone that my frickin' PS4 works for long enough to stream anything, really. Yeah, my PS4 is fucked. I have a couple of PS4 games that I was gonna stream at the moment that are still in fucking plastic. That's how little faith I have in my PS4 not rooting itself.
よ。それよっ、そこ、それ、それ。大病ですか？これで終わりですの？
I think Near Replicant was the one I have. Near Replicant, because I wanted to really play it. And then I got it, and I'm like, man, I want to stream this, but my fucking PS4 is a piece of shit that doesn't like to do anything. So streaming this is probably going to be a lot harder than I think it is. Because sometimes it'll just work perfectly, and other times it's just like, yeah, you know, I don't think I'm going to work for you today. Stop it! And the huge problem is, too, that there's no real way for me to tell whether it's going to work or not. It's just one of those things. Because it just does it without warning. I don't know, maybe if I make... I don't know. I'd like to get a new PS4, but... I'll have to see how we go. Times are tough for everybody at the moment, so random PS4s for the sake of getting a new PS4 is certainly not high on the list of things to do. I don't actually even know where that opened, so this is going to be even more interesting. I'm just going to assume it opens up here. Where we have the big boss. Big boss man. He's not a big boss man. Small boy. Creepy Wawa Melon. Get out of here, creepy Wawa Melon. Wow. This is going to be a shit fight. Just on the basis that these little bastards spit everywhere. Stop it! Jesus. Whoa. Yes. Little turds. I'm nearly through all these. I think that's it. Just 4 more.
手加減はいたしませんわ。来ませんわ。そこ。
Chop. Alright. Let's just see a new freaking Call of Duty coming out. I don't know why, but this Call of Duty actually sparked my interest. They usually don't, and I don't know why. Not why they don't usually spark my interest. I know why they don't usually spark my interest. I don't know why this one in particular sparked my interest. Probably because Microsoft is taking over Activision. So a part of me is like, well, shit can't get worse now, can it? But I think this is like probably the last Call of Duty that is probably worth avoiding. That's what I'm thinking. It would be wise to avoid this one, and if I was ever going to try and get back into them, get it back into the next one. Because I would like to play a new shooter, I just don't have anything to play. Call of Duty is fucking shit and has been shit for ages. Battlefield is a fucking joke. Literally. Battlefield's the joke that the developers never got. And still don't get. It's probably only made funnier by the fact that the idiots just ditched Anthem like a couple of years before or a year before. So, yeah. Congratulations, we just killed off this game because it was quote-unquote underperforming. It wasn't fucking underperforming, you just didn't bother to try and fix it. And now they're fucking throwing resources into not Call of Duty, sorry, into Battlefield to try and save it. All the while not listening to a damn thing anybody says in the process, so it's just, yeah, it's a bad joke and they don't get it. And I don't think they ever will get it. Because I firmly believe that studios like that these days just, they expect the franchises to sell. It's kind of like the Diablo Immortal, you know? Diablo Immortal should have never fucking ever been a thing. It got booed about at BlizzCon. Openly booed at. The guys who were actually advertising it treated people like fucking dickheads. And now it's come out and everybody's like, oh wow, Diablo, let's buy it. Well, it's free, I think it's a mobile game. But even then, people have estimated that it costs like, I think it was 100,000 US or 150,000 US. It wasn't over 200,000. It was definitely 100 and something. Or 100,000. It's been given, you know, one of the worst meta scores since Battlefield 2042, 2142. 2042, I think it is. And, I don't know, people just don't learn the lesson. Like, people are still playing it instead of just being like, well, fuck you, Blizzard, enough's enough. So what is Blizzard gonna do, you reckon? Well, Well, no, they got bought by Microsoft, so there is a light at the end of the tunnel. But had they not been bought by Microsoft, well, Blizzard would probably just continue doing what they're doing. Because they got no inspiration to stop doing what they're doing. The Activision overlords just... they just keep doing whatever. Fuck everyone, you know? It's kind of like FIFA, really. People just buy FIFA for the sake of buying FIFA. Oh well. We all sit around and hope for change when change is never gonna come because people keep buying the greedy company's stuff. I don't know where I'm going. Obviously I'm going back because I cleared this room and there's shit in here. As you can tell, I have so many complaints about games at the moment. That's why I live and hope that fucking Starster doesn't pull something out of its ass. Not that Starster hasn't done anything bad, it's just... I don't know how long people will continue to support it for. Although they do have a product which people can play, so I mean, I suppose that's better than most things. It's better than most Activision or EA games on release, so I can't complain too much, I guess. I'm not allowed to say that though, that upsets people's feelings. People get very upset when you say that about their favorite franchises. Even if all the evidence is there, it's kind of funny. You can have all the evidence in the world that a game is whatever the hell it is, and people will still argue the point, just because it's like their favorite franchise. I don't want this to get away from me. Or some people just see things that they enjoy for whatever reason. And I suppose I shouldn't fault anybody for liking something in particular. But yeah, it's weird. Definitely not going to stop me from saying it's weird. I suppose what's super weird too is these fucking game companies that keep... I mean, I get IGN, right? IGN is pretty notorious for being fucking shills. They have been for a long fucking time. But, yeah, some of the other game companies that do reviews just astound me. Like, the rule of thumb for IGN, funnily enough, is if IGN says it's a shit game, it's a good game. If IGN says it's a good game, it's a shit game. Very rarely are they on point. I think it was an IGN reviewer that people used to laugh about the Doom reviews, I think it was. I'm fairly certain that's where people got the whole game reviewer difficulty mode from. It was some IGN reviewer that played Doom Eternal, and said it was horrible because it was too hard. You know, Doom Eternal, the sequel to the game that revitalized the whole Doom franchise and did nothing but add on to that. And yeah, IGN was like, no, it's a bad game, it's too hard. Like, fuck, what is wrong with you people? Seriously. Not a lot going on upstairs. It probably didn't help that the actual video got leaked. I'd say that was what actually pushed everything a bit too far. Because everybody would have seen that video and it was not anything you would want people seeing if you were a game reviewer that gave a game a poor review, right? It's the gaming equivalent of being that person that runs into a fucking post while you're texting on your phone. You know those people you see that walk out and fucking end up walking into a post or something because they're too busy on their phone? It's that. Like you just... You've effed in real life. That's all there is to it. Sealed ultimate weapon. This should be the last one. Maybe. I hope. I hope. I have a suspicion there'll be at least one more. See, I think the other thing is that you're supposed to, like, swap through between your characters a lot quicker than I do, but I'm not sure. Because there's also a lot of dead time there where you can't do anything after you swap. So. It's just one of those things that's just... You've got to deal with it. Then again, I think like Four Goddesses Online was like this too. I mean, it was a bit more magical because it was set in more of a fantasy, like a Final Fantasy setting, but I'm fairly certain it was similar gameplay to this. It's not a game I spent a whole lot of time on that one.
言いますわよ。そこ。
Ow!
ゆきさん、休んでてよ。よっ、もう。
Pew pew pew.
こっちだよ。いけ。せーの。まだまだ。こんなのどう？簡単だったね。レール、私にお任せを。えい。
Is the ballroom. Ah yeah. The duplex. Duplex scooter.
そこ。それ。この術で。そこですわ。大いなる力よ。それ。決めますわよ。少し待つ。程度で。
God damn it.
休んでてよ。企画を取ってしまいましたわ。ほい。そら。せーの。よっと。
A waste.
ほい。この一撃で。ついてくれる。
Not as much of a waste as that. Oh my god.
よっと。ほい。邪魔しないで。こっちだよ。はっ。レール、私にお任せを。あなたですわ。
Ow.
使いますわ。この程度ですの。無駄ですわ。この程度ですの。いませんわ。いませんわ。よっ、そこ。はっはっ、逃がしませんわ。はっ、そこですわ。はっはっ、そこ。はっ、そこ。やりますわよ。それそれそれそれ。大いなる力よ。よっ、はっ、遅い。
The fact that I can get stuck on this little back part is interesting. Funny. Probably not great. Funny.
そこ。
Damn it, did it get stuck again? Got stuck once before here.
この術で。
No, it's not stuck. Oh no.
よっ、遅い。少しまずいですね。はい。程度で。えい。女神4人の秘術。これが私の力。そこ。よっ、逃がしませんわ。容赦はしません。はっ。
Damn it.
休んでてよ。もう。今だ。ほら。まだまだ。えい。えい。そこ。こっちだよ。ほい。ほい。ほい。
I don't think I can res bird either.
ほい。あったれ。あったれ。あったれ。あったれ。えい。あったれ。よっと。よっと。もう今だ。この一撃で。こんなのどう？よっと。よっと。まだこれぐらいで。こっちだよ。こっちだよ。よっ。もう。そこ。こっちだよ。今だ。大いなる力よ。よっ。はっ。ざま。ほら。よっ。
It's still got one more health bar left.
せい。大いなる。ほら。よっ。これこれ。
And I made a fucking critical error. Uh,
このつけやがなえ。そら。行くよ。よ よっまだまだ本気出しちゃおうかな
Come on, Yuki!
とどめさすよバイバイ大したことなかったね
That was not great. That was a bit poo.
そうね
On a scale of 1 to 10, that could have gone like an 11 better.
見てみましょう
Alright, so I obviously haven't done everything because I didn't get an achievement. So, let's go to Nin Chat. And Dengekiko has stuff for me. I reckon that's it.
お社に参ります依頼が来てるか見てみましょう
Maybe? Did I just absolutely miss it? No? Yes? Maybe? Am I blind? Am I blind? Maybe I should try and get like the 4 or 5 out of Fuji Forest. Or the 5 of 5, I should say. I don't actually know if I'll be able to have this completely opened up for me, but we'll see. God, I don't even know where the last one is here. I don't think I've ever seen it. Oh, there it is there. God, I'm a dickhead. That's it. Thank you, Mother, for the rabbits. Dengeki go. Where are we? I thought it was Doggo's banquet. But it says I'm finished with that. I'll do it, but I don't recall ever having to do it again. I'm feeling a bit weird now. Because I obviously haven't finished everything because I didn't get an achievement for it. Now I just have random shit sitting around that I don't... And they all mark as checks, so I don't know what the hell's going on here. Oh, gold one. Actually, I think there's a lot of gold ones in this. This should be good. Easy experience. Maybe. You're all blue. Where are the gold ones? There they are. Get them! Get him! Get him, get him, get him! My income isn't stealthy. Non-stealthy income. My income comes from killing gold doggoos. Get him! I don't think there's a gold one in this batch. Oh, he bonked me. One in there. Oh, there's heaps of them. Get them all. Got him. I don't know if these pot doggos disappear. Oh, they do too. Pot doggos disappear too. Little shits. Because they drop stuff as well. Little bastards. I don't think there's like missions out in the world. So it would probably make maybe some sense. I don't really know. Unless that doesn't give me more missions until I hit like level 50 or something. Because I know some of them are sort of capped levels. Which means I'd have to probably farm that Dogu one again, because I think that's the one I get the most experience in. I wonder if those things that I sell... Let's have a look at sell. All coin can be sold for money. Alright, so that's what all that shit's for. Let's make monies. For what it's worth. I think I wanted to buy more equipment. I think it was these I wanted to buy. Or maybe combat shurikens. I don't know, it was fucking expensive, I know that. Maybe it was those jellyfish guys. If you want to see me be not good at something, this is the time. Because I'm fucking shocking at this. I am terrible at this. I don't know why I'm being so gentle with it at the moment. Probably because the last time I did it, I ended up fucking it up. right at the end.
整ってきましたが
I don't actually know if it gets harder or easier or what it is, but yeah.
こうかしら
There's definitely something that I'm not very
行
good
きま
at.
すわよ こうかしら
Mind you, it doesn't help that I have to use, like, the bumpers. Because the bumpers are, like, the worst way to do this. If I could use the stick, it'd be so much easier. I think this is the last size. So as long as I can do this, I'll be okay. It's just when it goes invisible. Like, when it goes invisible, it's so bad. Well, I fucked that up, so now I've got a hard yak of this. Which I might be able to do. Aha!
まあ当然ですわ
Booyah! Yeah. I fucking McDid it. Still no one here that I can talk to. And I'm pretty sure the Komatsu Shrine, I'll double check it, but...
見てみましょう
Yeah. Actually, I know what I can do. I can go and... Shinobi
身支度は
Base.
しっかりしませんと
Spirit Gems. I'll melt some of these Spirit Gems together. That should help me a little bit. Well, in theory. I wonder what the highest level is. Or even if there's a highest level. Unless they change to a different sort of gem, like a better gem. Maybe? I don't know, everything I go goes to 7, and then that seems to be where it stops. Except this time, I'm pretty sure that I have more than enough. What are they? Like, money gems? I've never seen that. An ultimate awakening gem. Shinobi X up. And defeating yokai. That's definitely what I should be using. Yeah, money luck. See, look at all those 4s. Oh no, there's an 8. Nine. Maybe it does just keep going. I think that's it. Alright. Auto. Growth. The fact that that still says Spirit Gem rank C is kind of what disturbs me. I don't remember where all the gold ones are. I think it also depends on what level they are. I mean, if I'm killing gold doggoos that are just crap, I suppose there's probably nothing. Yeah, this isn't going to be good. I have to back up this one. This one's crap. Thought it was something else. I'm on a time limit, so that means I can't sit around and kill stuff. See if this one's any good. This is on timer as well. But I have to actually defeat people on this timer, so... So it's probably going to be worth me doing this, maybe. Depends on how many gold doggoos there are, really. That's where the big one is. I did not want to do that. Oh, there's a gold one. Get him! Oh, he fucking disappeared. Little shit. Little turd. No point in having gold doggoos in the map if I can't kill them. There's one. Get him! Fuck everything! Just get the gold boy! As long as we kill the gold boy, nothing else matters. I think going back to that map where you end up fighting a whole bunch of doggoos at the end would be the best, but at the same token... Get back here! Same time, I don't know if I get more or less experience for them just because they're a... Although none of them seem to take any damage. Like, every time I try to damage one, like, they take a hit. I think they've only got, like, maybe 5 hit points. Because I've seen hits of 4, and that hasn't killed them, but hits of 6 have. But I've never seen a 5, so I don't know if it's... Yeah. That's where I'm at the moment. So unless I can get more gold doggoos, I don't think I'm going to be able to get to level 50. There's one right smack bang in the middle of the room where it's just going to probably run straight away from me. What the hell hit me there?
少しまずいですわね。使いますわね。そこ。ご覧なさい。これが私の力。
Certainly not the best way to go about that.
お願いしませんわ。よっ、そこ。この術で。
Damn it.
使いますわね。使いますわね。よっ、やば。遅い。ふっ。はっ。行きますわよ。
I knew that was gonna happen.
それそれそれそれ。はっはっ。そこ。よっ、そこ。やりましたわね。
Is there a gold one in the middle of that? Yep, get him!
この式。と。逃がしませんわ。
That's what it's all about, lads. Get in there and just hit him.
よっ。
Oh yeah, like that one.
よっ、そこ。まだですわ。使いますわ。
This one's a skin of my teeth one, I'm just gonna say that right now.
女神4人の秘術。これが私の力。この程度で。この術で。はっ、そこ。そこ、そこ。完了ですわ。
Got him. Getting there. 47. Not too bad. Too bad.
依頼が来てるか見てみましょう。
But yeah, I think the best one to go with would probably just outright be wherever this... I don't even know where it is now. Maybe they change.
この依頼を引き受けますわ。
That's weird. Maybe they do change. Something's fucking weird here. Something's a bit funny. No, I want.
この術で。
I don't know what's going on, but something's funny. Something funny is going on here. I think after this, I'm gonna have to check Dengeki and Famitsu again. Because they may be just giving me random missions that, like, have a loot boost or an XP boost to them, as opposed to me actually thinking that things are special maps in particular. Might be bamboozled. The game might have done me a heckin' bamboozle. Wouldn't that be interesting? Not really. That'd make my life fucking harder than it needs to be. That'd be pretty shit, not gonna lie. Come here, hot doggo. Alright, so let's have a look at the end of it. And if Famitsu or Dengeki give me something new... Yeah. Okay, so they're just giving me new stuff. Which is kind of weird. Maybe there's not an achievement for fully doing it. Yeah. So they must always have, yeah, Dogu's Banquet. Which I'm pretty sure was the one I just did but couldn't re-find because I was specifically looking for the different colored logo. Dogu's Banquet. Which should be the one where I literally just run up into the corner and kill a whole bunch of Dogu. And then profit. Yes, so I was not going crazy. There is actually a method to this madness. Right, I got it. Damn it, stop throwing stuff at it. Get it. So now the world just makes sense. Oh. The world makes sense until I do this and then realize that these things are probably spawning on me and I'm not able to actually do anything about it because I'm too busy being action locked. I just gotta keep my head on some semblance of swivel. Probably a bit overkill for that one little dude, but should be right. Oh no, there's shitloads of them. No! You dirty little piece of work. I've just been frickin' robbed. Oh well. We didn't actually get around to the boss, but that's all good. Anyway, lads, that's where I'm going to call this one for today, because we've been going for 3.5 hours. So if you are looking about, please leave a sub, because it helps me grow a bunch. This may be my last stream of the week. I'm not 100% sure. It usually is, but I may do some sneaky streams. All things aside, thank you for coming, and have a good morning, evening, afternoon, wherever the hell you are. Take care, guys.